The Star Wars franchise has always lent itself quite easily to spaceflight games. Historically, we're talking about games like X-Wing and TIE Fighter, titles that continue to be extremely well regarded despite their age. But at some point, like all Star Wars video games, the spaceflight games needed to start promoting the latest movies, the prequels. So in 2001, they released the rather generically named Star Wars Starfighter, followed up in 2002 by the game we're looking at today, Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. The game's main additions to the formula are, as the title might suggest, Jedi-related. You play as a Jedi Master, giving you the ability to use Force powers within the spaceship in order to turn the tide of battle in your favor, as well as putting you in the seat of the new Jedi-specific Starfighter that would be prominently featured in the then upcoming Attack of the Clones. For fans of the original Star Wars Starfighter game that had come out the year prior, the game also includes a second playable character, Nim. This second player character is not a Jedi, and has some more traditional powers instead of the Force-influenced ones that the Jedi Master uses. And honestly, despite the game's title, I actually like playing as the Anti-Trade Federation rebel Nim far more than playing as the Jedi Master. While the ship isn't as maneuverable as the Jedi one, I found the missiles and bombs far more appealing than any of the Force powers. In practice, none of the small differences from Star Wars Starfighter really make that much of a difference. In fact, Jedi Starfighter is really not all that different from any other game of its ilk. So realistically, whether this game is still worth playing comes down to whether or not the individual missions that make up the whole are interesting. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the best part of Jedi Starfighter. One of the most important things to a game like this is variety. The core gameplay loop can become extremely repetitive if you don't do anything with it. If every single mission is just escorting something or attacking something, without any unique objectives to speak of, it gets real boring real fast. Thankfully, it seems like LucasArts understood that when they were making this game. Most levels have at least one unique element that keeps the gameplay varied and interesting. Some early levels include one where you're helping people inside of a space station, constantly having to switch tasks in order to best assist them, and another plays like a three-dimensional missile command. Sure, the story might be rather weak, to the point where it may as well not exist. The gameplay might get extremely repetitive, and the source material is something I'd like to forget even exists, but that variety in the missions, as well as the challenging bonus objectives that are always there to add difficulty if you need it, make this game absolutely worth checking out, even if it is by no means perfect. As one might expect for a game designed to promote an upcoming movie, Jedi Starfighter was produced in massive quantities, and as a result is relatively cheap on the used market. While there is sadly no PC version like there was for the original Starfighter, both the PS2 and Xbox versions are perfectly fine, though they do suffer from frame rate issues here and there. Every Monday I look at a game that's at least 10 years old, a game that I would consider to be retro, and we look at it in a modern context. Is this game still worth playing despite everything that's come after it? If you like that idea, be sure to subscribe so you can see the latest videos. If you like this review in particular, be sure to hit that like button. If you have a suggestion for a game you'd like to see me review in the future, be sure to leave a comment below. And thanks for watching.